Okay, so with the rubber band, you can take the band, the arms out as wide apart as you want. The wider your arms are, the easier it is to get your arm overhead. But you can feel that stretching out the front of the shoulder. And then as you become more efficient at this one, you can bring your hands in closer and closer, and you can start bringing your arms up, overhead, push it back, feel the stretch in the front of the shoulders, let it come down, tap the butt, bring it back up and over, and then push up, push back, and feel the front of that shoulder getting a really good stretch here. So with this one, you're going to do 10 upwards to 20 reps of just up and over. Make sure that your elbows stay super locked and choose the distance that is manageable for your shoulder, yeah? So just nice and slow and steady, and you're going to go, like I say, 10 to 20 reps. Okay, so the next movement is you're going to go the same lifting up, but now you're just going to lift one arm up, and then the arm comes up, comes around to the side, you're lifting it up over the back, so it comes from here. It's a bit confusing in the beginning because this hand comes up and around and over, and then you're bringing it up and bringing it around to the side, so you kind of have to lean over to the side to get it over. Good. And then you're going to alternate and bring up the other arm up, round, and out to the side. Yes, it comes around that shoulder, through the back, and then you tap, and then you bring it around to the front. So you're going to repeat this one, 10 to 20 reps of alternating the arms. So one arm up, and then the other arm up. Remember to alternate the arms, yes? So once you've brought that arm to the front, you just change it around to the other. So you bring it up, over to the back, and then from the back, you're bringing it around to the front, and then you reset, and then bring the other arm up and over, yeah? All right, awesome, 10 to 20. Okay, so then you can just take the band and put it around a vertical beam. So you have it secured just like that. So you've got either side of the beam. You've just got the two ends, yeah? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take these two ends here, and I'm actually going to kneel down so you can see with the camera a little bit better. But you can see when you walk forward, your arm's going to want to be pulled back. That's your external rotation. So keeping your shoulder blades together, what you're going to do is feel the stretch of the rubber band, pulling your hand back, and then you internally rotate the arm, but you keep the shoulders back. So feel the stretch in your shoulder. 1, 2, 3. Rotate down, and then open up. So the whole time you're keeping those elbows back, and the goal is to try to get as much range of motion for this elbow to go as far back as it'll go. So you'll feel the stretch. 1, 2, 3, and pull down. And you're going to do 10 to 20 reps of this one. The band. You're going to grab hold of the band, and now I'm going to kneel down, and it's maybe not a bad idea to kneel down so you can get that band to go quite high up. So you see at the top range of motion, I've got my palm facing open, and you're going to feel a significant stretch through the front of the shoulder. Now it gets interesting. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull the arm down, and you're going to rotate the hand up into the opposite shoulder. You're going to feel the stretch through the levator scap and all this area here. And then you move around and bring that up and through and rotate the palm facing up. So from the back angle, so if I'm going to have the band attached to the back, it looks like this from the back. Palms facing up at the back, and then you pulling the arm down and bringing this arm up into the opposite shoulder blade. So it's working all of the rotators into the shoulder. And then you're going to bring it down and bring it around and bring it back. So it gets that shoulder at its most compromising point behind the back and above the head to go up and down, yeah? Stretching up and down. And so you're going to do a minimum of 10, building up to 20 repetitions per arm. The band secured behind my back here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bring the band up and have the elbow close into the ear. So what you're doing over here is you're stretching out the tricep and the lats. You've got that overhead archetype. From here, you're actually going to push your hand up and push the elbow forward and bring the elbow in front of you. See how the elbow's in front? Now the band's going to pull your shoulder back. You're going to feel that shoulder stretching out at the back of the shoulder here. And you're going to bring the arm up, and then the stretcher is going to migrate into the triceps, lats stretching out, pulling overhead and stretching out. So from the back, it would be stretching through the back, pulling down, letting the arm come out in front. Pulling down, arm stretches out the back, stretches out the lats, yeah? Yeah, perfect, good. Okay, so we've got arm up above the ear, pull it out to the front, and you can feel, oh, I might have to make the tension a little less intense there. Okay, so sitting on any box or chair will do the trick. So what we're going to do is an overhead press here. So you've got the pole above your head, push the arms up as high up as you can, and then bring the pole behind your back and try bring the pole as far down the back as possible. What you'll do is you'll find that it really stretches out the front of the shoulder, and then from there you press up and press and elevate your shoulders up as high up as you can go, and then bring it back down. Feel the stretch of the shoulders. Try bring the pole down as much as you can, and then press up. If you take your hands a little wider apart, it'll be a little bit more manageable. And then as you progress, then you can start bringing your hands in a little closer. So you're going to do a minimum of 20, pushing up to 30. So go for it. So for the next exercise, you're going to lie down flat on your belly. And then you're going to take the arms at the similar width that you had the shoulder press in. So you can see I've got my arms slightly open. And then what you'll do is you'll tuck your chin under. And then you're going to squeeze your butt cheeks so your lower back doesn't hyperextend up. And you're going to lift your arms up, squeeze your shoulder blades together, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to put your arms back down again. The only thing that lifts up are the arms. Keeping your chin tucked in, and then lifting those arms, hold it up, 1, 2, 3, bring it down. You're trying to build it from a minimum of 20, building it up to 30 reps. Okay, so you've got the band wrapped around a vertical beam. And then you're going to bring your elbows back like this, and we're going to do what we call a Cuban rotation. So you're going to rotate the arms back. As you rotate the arms back, you keep the shoulders squeezed down and back. You hold that pause, 1, 2, 3. When you internally rotate, you make sure the shoulders are staying back. Don't internally rotate and let the shoulders fall forward, yeah? So it's opening up, 1, 2, 3, and close, 2, 2, 3. And when you have your elbows up like this, you don't have to have them all the way up, like in line with the, just slightly below the shoulder line, and that will allow you to get that external rotation way more efficiently. So you're going to try 10 to 20 reps on this one. When you start getting really good, you push it up towards 30 reps. While we're doing this stuff, is it handling okay? All right, so as long as like none of the exercises hurt, that's really the goal, right? So this one here is a little bit trickier because it's quite an interesting position. Okay, so for this one here, you have the band in the same place. You now have the band side onto you here. You see I've got the elbow in front of me. So with this one here, I like to give myself a little bit more length. So the bottom hand I'm using as support, hold the band, but then this top band, you rotate the arm open like that, and then you internally rotate it. But what you're doing is you're keeping that elbow in front of you. Don't let the elbow move around at all. Try keep that elbow there, and you feel that little rotation there. Boom. So this is getting this teres major, teres minor area over here, which helps keep that shoulder rotated open, because it tends to internally rotate through the day. So you're going to knock out minimum 10, going to 20, and eventually up to 30, pumping them out. Yeah. Obviously you do that on either side. Okay, so with this variation here, you have your palm facing upward, and you only need to use one arm. You're going to bring the shoulder down and back. Make sure the shoulder's engaged back, and then you're rotating open like that. 1, 2, 3, internally rotate. So from a back view, the shoulder needs to stay engaged. So as you rotate open, you've got that shoulder down and back the whole time. So you rotate open, 1, 2, 3, release. Minimum 10, building up to 20, building up to 30 down.